Okay, so you want to start streaming? I've got 5 key tips here that are going to help you out. Oh, yeah. So you want to start streaming on Twitch? Well, I'm here to help you. My name is Jo Joy. I've been streaming on Twitch for just over a year now, and I've seen growth on the platform, and I've worked really hard to get there. So I'm here to help you find your feet and see if it's the right call for you. Without further ado, let's get going. Step number 1, do your research. Go and look on YouTube, go look on Twitch, and see what other content creators are doing. You'll be surprised. Twitch is full of advice and help videos. You may have heard of some of them, and absorb it. Take into account what they're saying. Do you have hair up nose? Okay, ignore that. So go find YouTube advice videos like this one and other people that are trying to help you get you on your streaming journey. It'll really help you decide whether it's the right thing to do and whether you've got everything you need to get started. So do your research. My one caveat with this though is don't scare yourself. It can be a little bit overwhelming. Don't try and consume too much at once. Step number 2, do you have the time? Do you have a full-time job? Do you have a part-time job? Do you have no job at all? Are you working shifts? Do you have a family? All of these things can basically tell you how and when you can start streaming. Make sure you've got the time. Do you have a couple of evenings free in the week? If you do, great. Is it going to be likely though that every other Monday you're going to need to work an evening shift? Or you have something planned with someone? If so, then that's going to make staying consistent really difficult. And being consistent on Twitch is very much key. You have to be able to stick to a night or at least 2 nights a week, at least in the beginning stages, because then that's how people are going to know that you're going to be there. It's kind of like waiting for your favorite episode of Game of Thrones and you know it comes out on a Monday. So you sit down, you get ready, you turn on the TV and there it is. It's on the screen. Now, can you imagine turning on the TV expecting Game of Thrones to be there and it's not there? In fact, what day is it going to stream? It could be Thursday, could it be Friday? Is it in the morning? Is it in the night? Who knows? Do you see what I mean? If you're not consistent, it's really hard for people to keep up with you. So you need to actually consider that before you start streaming. Can you be consistent and do you have the time? Where this doesn't matter is if you don't want to push streaming as any kind of career or you're not really too fussed about growing. If you're not fussed about growing and you just want to make a couple of friends and you're happy chilling out and you just want to go live for a few people, these steps don't really count for you. It's okay to just turn on the go live and just have a couple of friends that you say, I'm going streaming. But that is not the way to grow. So if you're here to grow and you're here to establish yourself as a streamer, then these tips are really going to help. Step 3. But before that, if you're enjoying this content so far and you think it's helpful, it would be amazing if you could drop a like or a subscribe to this channel. So you would be helping me massively on my YouTube journey and getting my name out there. It would be amazing. Anyway, do it if you want. Step number 3. Do you have the appropriate space? Bear with me on this one. This is going to seem really strange and a little bit obscure. When I first started giving streaming a go, it was actually a year before I started streaming officially. I tried and tested out a few streams. I was sat on my sofa. I had my laptop stacked on books on my table. I had loads of wires going to and from. It was so faffy and so complicated and actually really uncomfortable. Sitting on my sofa trying to stream was not the one, and I should have learnt my lesson. And it's fair to say I only managed maybe a month of a couple of streams and it just didn't work for me. So I decided I was going to wait until a point where I had space to stream properly. When I first started, I only had a laptop, keyboard and mouse, and the webcam that was inbuilt into the laptop. I really didn't have that much, but what I did have was the space to have a proper desk and a proper seat to sit in so that I could last at least a couple of hours. It's a really important thing about space. Not only that, are you going to set up in your bedroom? If you are, is there a partner staying with you in the bedroom? Do you have a busy household? In which case streaming in your living room might be a really difficult task. So make sure you've got space, time that's quiet, that you can do what you need to do to start streaming. Step number 4. Who do you want to be as a streamer? Are you a competitive player that really wants to put your name out there and you're winning competitions competitions left, right, and center, and you want to show the world? Are you wanting to be the next best VTuber and you have a real passion for anime? Are you an entertainer and a comedian? Do you want your streams to be funny and make people laugh? Is that the entertainment that you're going to provide? Or are you really cutesy and cozy and you want to provide a space where people can go and relax and chill? It's really important that you try and think about your niche before you go into streaming and what you want to offer to people. It can be a really tough one to decide when you first start streaming, so don't worry about it too much, but you do need to have some consideration about what game category you want to stream into and who you want to be, just a little bit. If you want to play Call of Duty, that's great, but it's very highly saturated with people and it's so hard to find new streamers who are, for example, sitting at one viewer. If this is going to be you to start with, then I recommend starting in a different category, but a game that you enjoy that's less saturated but still popular. A good game that I found to play are things like scary games. It's got huge followings, but not the big ones. Forget Phasmophobia, forget Dead by Daylight. There's loads of people playing these. Maybe think about Five Nights at Freddy's. There's a huge fan base for Five Nights at Freddy's. Maybe that's where you start. You find a group of passionate people, you get to know them, and you take them on your journey. Just have a think about who you want to be as a streamer. Step 5 is the tricky question. Why is it that you want to start streaming? And I may say a few things here that could upset or hurt you if you don't take it the right way. I'm hoping I'm going to help you through it, but bear with me. So, why do you want to start streaming? If the purpose for you wanting to start streaming is to make money, and that's the only reason you want to go live, then you really need to think hard about it again. There is no guarantee and there is nobody that owes you the money unless you put in the hard work for these streams. So yes, it's okay to have it as a goal that eventually you would like to make a career and you would like to make money off streaming, but it is so hard to get to that point to begin with that you need to have something else that is going to make you feel good about streaming. For example, do you want to provide a space that provides joy and happiness and laughter? If you think that's for you, then you need to consider bringing light, funny topics into your stream. You need to have conversations that take people away from deep conversations. Or maybe on that note, maybe you want to share your opinion. Maybe you want to have those deep conversations. That's fine if done well. Again, that can be a little bit tricky. Why do you want to start streaming? Really make a note. Do you want to impact on people's lives? Do you want to raise awareness for charities? Have you got a game that you're amazing at and you're a competitive player and you want to show it off to the world? Then maybe that's your niche and that's what you want to do. But really have a think hard and fast. If you don't know why you want to start streaming, then take a step back, look at other streamers. What are they doing? Who do you enjoy watching? What communities do you enjoy being a part of? And here's the harsh bit, guys. If you want to start streaming just to make friends or just to stream to your own friends, then here's my recommendation is get to know already established communities in Twitch and join Discords. Join their communities and play offline or even play online for those that do community games. If that's all you want is to make friends, there are much easier and less stressful ways of doing it than pressing the go live button. But if you want to give it a go and you want the challenge and you want to grow, then let's get started, and I'm hopefully going to help you get there. Thanks for being here, guys. If you want to pop a comment down below, that would be amazing. I'll be putting out new videos every week to help you on your journey, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.